Hello children, how are you all? Welcome to Avalon Public School at home once again. So, in previous class, I told you children about settlements. So, settlements are places where people build their homes. You know children, early humans beings lived on trees and in caves. Okay children? So, I told you about permanent settlement and temporary settlement. So, in next part of this chapter, we will discuss about the second, that is transport. Okay, children. So, before starting this, let's learn some good habits. So, you all have listened in from your childhood that early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. It is a poem. It is 101% truth. If you are going to bed early, you will get up early and you can plan your schedule very well. You can do exercise also. So it makes us very healthy, wealthy, as well as wise. So make a habit to follow this poem in your daily routine. Okay, children, it makes us very healthy and smart. Now let's come on our topic. So our chapter is human settlement, transport and communication. Okay, children, and in this we are going to study about transport. So transport is a means of, yes, by which people and goods move from one place to another place. So children, you remembered in the early days people moved goods on foot or on animals, and after the invention of the wheel transport become easier. So people had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. With the passage of time, different means of transport developed, but even today, people use animals for transport. In our country, donkeys, mules, bullocks, and camels are common. In the Andes Mountains of South America, llamas are used. So, as are yaks in Tibet. The early traders from other countries used to take several months to reach India. They took either the sea route or the land route. So, we are going to discuss means of transport. Okay, so this is the picture of a village in ancient time. So, people used to take days to travel from one city to another city. And transport is a system or means by which people and goods are moved from one place to another. So there are four major means of transport, that are roadways, railways, waterways and airways. Okay children. So here we are going to learn about roadways. Roadways is the most commonly used mode of transport for short distances. Okay children. For short distances we are used roads. So road can be, they can be metalled like pakka road and unmetalled kacha road. The plains have a dense network of roads. Roads have also been built in terrains like deserts, forests and even high mountains also. You know children, Manali Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. So this is very important question for your general knowledge. Manali Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. Okay children. So roads built underground are called subways, underpaths. Okay, and flyovers are built over raised structures. Next is railways, that is also on land. So the railways carry heavy goods and people over long distances quickly and very cheaply. The invention of steam engine and the industrial revolution helped in speedy development of rail transport. Okay, children. So diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engines. In places, super fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. The railway network is well developed over the plain areas. Advanced technological skills have enabled laying of railway lines in difficult mountain terrains also. But these are much fewer in number. So Indian railway network is well developed and it is the largest in Asia. Okay, here I am telling you very important GK question, that is the train from Zini to Lhasa runs at an altitude of 4000 meter above sea level and the highest point is 5072 meter. Okay children. So here I told you about roadways and railways. Next we will meet soon in our next session of this chapter. Till then, take care of yours and your elders at home. Thank you. Have a great day.